talented.
Yeah, there's some teenagers changing the game in women's BMX now.
We are coming down to the final 9 seconds here.
Oh, straight jump over the box. That is definitely not what she wanted right there, but she was doing so good to that point.
She came out swinging, ended with a double bar. Still a really good run.
Very
that
good
one
run.
in at the buzzer. She had a 53.60. Welcome to the X Games, Lyra.
She has the tricks. That double truck over the box was beautiful.
Yeah, came out swinging.
Look at 2 bar spins, 1 360. That is a huge way to start your run at the X Games.
Yeah, think about that. The pressure coming into this the first time. You're only 16 years old. They're like, oh, by the way, this is the first ever X Games League Championship. And well, so now you have that to contend with also.
Yeah, she could play spoiler for one of these teams right here. Every point matters.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't stress this enough. This is for $500,000 today. This is crazy.
Yeah, the winning team will split that between the 10 people that were drafted to the club, or if you had to pick somebody up off the undrafted free agent list to help replace someone due to injury or that could not attend an event. So 75.40 for her. That'll jump her up into the points. She'll overtake Lara Lessman and Queen Villegas. So that plays spoiler. Queen now down in that number 8 spot, so every point counts. So again, 6th place is the last spot you can get points. That's 20. It's 30 for 5th, 40 for 4th, and then the medals at 60, 80, and 100.
Yeah, but her run is looking so good. She can get right up to the top of that one real quick.
This
so
girl's
far,
on
so
fire.
good.
She blast.
Carrying the speed. She's got great speed around this course as well.
The speed definitely a factor here. She had some good pop to start that first run.
Shout out to the Colombian BMX scene. There's so many amazing riders down there, and she's doing them proud right now.
So that's where she blew her feet off in her run number 1 right there. It was just a freak accident. She went to go pump and pedal at the same time, lost the rhythm, and her feet came off. So
she does own a medal in this event. She got a silver last summer when we were in Salt Lake City. Just missed the podium in Chiba 2 weeks ago with a 4th.
Nice, so she's getting a full pull right there.
Again, strategy-wise, yes, you want the medal. Yes, you want the personal glory, but at the same time, much-needed points because X-Club Sao Paulo sitting 160 back right now, 3rd place overall in the team standings with the championship on the line today.
She's teammates with R. Willie and Garrett Reynolds, too. That's another thing. She wants to do them proud because they have been stacking medals this whole time.
Yeah, Ryan's got a big one coming up today in Dirt Best Trick. Garrett Reynolds did his part by getting the sweep in BMX Street. He took another gold on Friday night. So she had that 70.40. The rookie sitting in the number 6 spot. Nikita Ducaro sitting in number 5. Paris now finds herself outside after we saw Miharu jump up. So a 74.80. That'll only get her up 1 spot. So not into the points with 1 more run to go for Queen. Lara Lessman representing Germany. She now finds herself in that number 8 spot after Queen jumps up into 7th.
Yeah, let's pay attention to her feet on this one. See how many times she changed it. So far she's been left foot forward for the majority of this run.
Now she's right foot forward.
Yep.
Now back to left foot forward.
It's constant. And it's so, I couldn't even imagine, like, it must feel so natural for her to do that. For us doing that, like, we would have to think about every little move we do. But I know that when she does her turn downs, she goes right foot forward. And I used to switch my feet when I was younger to do turn downs originally too. So I'm curious if she started doing that for the turn downs. But nice transfer there, I like that. And then how she leads into that line right there. Really good run design. And she's been doing that consistently through the X Games. She's been having really good run designs with so many different tricks.
So I learned she switches her feet for turn downs, and it looks like she was going to throw a bar spin. So she must do bar spins and turn downs. Switch.
So with her right foot forward, that's wild. That is so cool.
So it's got to be better than a 75.40 to jump into points at this stage of the game here in round 2 out of 3.
Beautiful tuck over the box jump right there, locking in the handlebars. Really good run. You know what? She's so consistent. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she always executes her plan.
So 74 is going to improve the score, but not the placing. She'll stay in that number 8 spot. And if you're thinking like, well, what do the points matter if you're an undrafted free agent? As you mentioned earlier, you can play spoiler, but also with possible expansion next year, these undrafted free agents are trying to make a case for themselves to get picked up if we add 2 more teams to the league next year. Nikita Dugaro back in, sitting in that number 5 spot.
Ooh, bar to X over the box. Nice technical trick. Starting to do a pretty big X up on that quarter pipe.
She's riding powerful, landing
she really
good.
Is. I was thinking the same thing when I was watching her practice. She looks way more confident on this course than the past X Games courses. And you know, this course in general, this one looks really fun. If this was your local skate park, you would love riding this thing. And the truth is, they only get a certain amount of time to figure out their runs, and I mean, they're professionals. They figure it out, they make it happen. But yeah, Nikita's had a really good X Games so far, 3 of them in a row. Well, I know she's super proud of that.
To your point, they've had to do 3 of these basically in the span of 4 weeks with 3 completely different parks and having to travel halfway across the globe for one of them. I mean, we were just in Japan 2 weeks ago, and that park course from Sacramento to what we saw in Chiba, completely different, and then this one's bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. They were completely different every single time, but that's the beauty of Freestyle BMX Park, honestly. It's always changing, and that's why there's so many different medalists in men's BMX Park, because it's always different. Everybody turns different directions. There's so many factors to it.
So she's going to stick with that first run score, keep her in that number 5 spot as of right now. If you're just joining us, this is round 2 out of 3. Stake Women's BMX Park final here. First of 6 medaled events to conclude our first ever Moonpay League X Games Championship. Paris Venegas on course here. Outside of the medals right now, sitting in that number 4 position.
Nobody rides a course like Paris.
And honestly, literally nobody. No. She is so good at what she does.
She's had a couple bobbles here, and I could tell it's in her head. Yep, she's gonna call it off. She wants to get on that podium, and she knew after that. She missed. She did the 360, then missed the toboggan over the transfer.
Yeah.
She's gonna save it for her 3rd run and come out swinging. She wants this.
She really needs to get into that landing on that 360. That would be huge for her. I know she's gonna. It'll mean a lot to her.
She knows exactly what she needs to.
Yeah, she's looking at 40 points as of right now. If she stays in 4th before we get to our next run, let's check in once again with Kristen.
The X Games Club Tokyo dugout, Kevin Peraza was coaching Maharu. He said, don't rush your tricks, one at a time, breathe and go. Also, by the way, sideline Mizuho as well. This X Games Club Tokyo team has really embraced this league structure. It's so cool to see.
So with Maharu coming next, that means we've skipped over Hannah Roberts here in the lineup, and I was wondering, will she take another run sitting in that bronze medal spot? So for round 2, she has decided not to, so we move on to Maharu.
Oh, she's looking amazing. She added the flip bar spin. Oh, double bar spin out of that huge pool coping quarter.
That's terrifying, honestly. Wow, what a crazy combination in that deep ball right there. Like, stuff like that stands out so much to riders like me and Dennis, but we realize how terrifying that is, and she's willing to roll the dice in a run.
Oh, nice. Truck to tabletop.
That was nice over the box.
Only 16 years old. This is an amazing sign of what's going to keep coming in female BMX Park.
I just love the way she pumps. She pumps with so much aggression, and honestly, she's like my favorite rider right now. I love watching her ride.
Miharu is here to stay. Look at that.
Back foot bar spin. That was the biggest trick over the box jump today.
Oh, yeah. And then that's the biggest quarter pipe trick, too. In the deep end like that.
Terrifying to do. And then this is what me and you freaked out on. We knew right away. As soon as she locked that table in there.
She was talking to Peraza, so she's like, I'll give you a little Peraza trick.
Well, speaking of Peraza, talking about the Tokyo story of what they've had to go through the 2 prior stops, Kevin Peraza did not compete in Chiba. He had to withdraw from everything, so they took a 0 for the points at 91.80, your 2-time gold medalist. She just put herself back in the top spot.
She's stoked. Well deserved.
So as I was saying, Kevin did not compete, so they took a 0 because he was there in practice. They did not get to pick up a replacement athlete. Also on the skateboard side of things, Arissa True, who was one of their top picks, she got injured as well. So they took a 0 for 2 of their top 2 stars in that event, and they're still in the fight for the standings overall.
Oh! No way.
He went over the box.
Kim stepping it up.
Kim Miller rolling the dice here.
She's been riding so good. I was wondering what she was gonna do.
Keep it together.
Wow. Oh, that transition right there is so steep. That was a huge gamble, huge trick, but
that just shows us, though, someone can get on that #1 spot. With a run like that,
absolutely.
That's going to go to the top.
But yeah, when Miharu's going to drop in and do tricks like that, do runs like that, you have to step up. That's when you have to bring out the big guns like this, the 3-whip over the box. That was huge.
Kim is sick.
She's got 3 bronze medals. Welcome back, everyone. Third and final day of competition here, the first ever MoonPay X Games League Championship here in 2026. The first of 6 medaled events that will determine our championship here. We are in the third and final run of Stake Women's BMX Park Final. The big story right now after 2 rounds of runs, it's Miharu Ozawa, your 2-time gold medalist, sitting in that #2 spot. Kim Miller sitting in that bronze, but an injured Hannah Roberts with a broken right leg, or fractured right leg, still sitting in a bronze medal spot, taking the first run to put her in that position. But how about Miharu Ozawa doing it yet again, guys?
Yeah, she needs to do this for X Club Tokyo. This is huge for them. They need these points to carry into this one. This is $500,000 at stake for the winning team. This is everything, and it starts today with women's BMX.
Yeah, we started the day with X Club Tokyo sitting #2 in the overall X Games League standings, but they are only 20 points behind X Club New York, which could be huge because right now she's representing X Club Tokyo. She's sitting in the top spot. Hannah Roberts with X Club New York, she is in the bronze medal spot, so that could put Tokyo back on top of things. If that were to hold up, that would put Tokyo back ahead by 20 points. But this one is far from over. It is the best run that counts out here. We go back to the top. 16 years old, the youngest BMX competitor here at X Games New Orleans. From Australia, it's Alira Norris. She was down in that #8 spot and run #2, and she jumped up into that 6th place position. The Hannah Roberts there off to the left in the background. She I can't stress this enough. She rode with a fractured right leg. She's been in a split the whole week, and she decided, I'm going for it. My team needs the points, and she did it. She's looking at a bronze right now.
Yeah, a splint with crutches. Like, she's not walking around on that foot. She is completely avoiding it, and she's currently in that position. But people are going to try to play spoiler. Oh, the